Hello everyone! Before I start today's story, I want to say something important. This story is not mine. A woman shared it with me and said, "Please, tell it with your voice. Maybe someone will hear it and learn something from what happened to me." So today, I'm going to tell you her story exactly the way she told it to me. She said, "I'm a very ordinary woman. My life is simple, just like the life of many other women. I was living with my husband in a small house. We weren't rich, but we were comfortable and happy. My husband was a quiet man. He didn't talk much, but he always tried his best to give us a good life. I trusted him a lot, so much that I never once thought about doubting him. We had been married for almost 5 years, and during those 5 years, I never felt like something bad could ever happen between us. But one day, something very small happened that slowly changed everything. It was a normal day. My husband left for work, and I stayed home doing my daily chores. I was cleaning the living room when his phone suddenly fell from the table. When I picked it up to put it back, a message notification appeared on the screen. At first, I didn't think much about it, but something strange caught my attention. The name of the sender. It wasn't really a name. It was just one letter.
Ehi.
Ehi. At that moment, I felt something strange. I asked myself, why would someone save a contact with only one letter? I didn't open the message, but the thought stayed in my mind. Later that evening, when my husband came back home, everything seemed normal. He talked with me, smiled, and we even went out together to buy a few things. But that strange feeling from the morning didn't go away. I kept telling myself, maybe it's just a coworker. Maybe it's nothing important. Days passed until it happened again. One day, his phone fell again, and once again the same letter appeared.
Ehi.
This time, my curiosity was stronger. I didn't want to accuse my husband of anything, but at the same time, I couldn't ignore it anymore. So, I opened the message. But what I saw didn't make things clearer. The message was very short. It said, "We need to talk. The time is getting close." I stared at the phone in shock. Time for what? What did they need to talk about? At that moment, I had two choices. I could confront him immediately, or I could stay calm and try to understand what was really happening. I chose the second option. I told myself, I need to be smart, not emotional. So I started paying attention to small details. How he used his phone, when he left the house, and even the way he behaved. But the strange thing was, he seemed completely normal. Nothing suspicious. And that made me even more confused. Until one day, something happened that I will never forget. That day, my husband left the house quickly and told me he had an important meeting. About an hour later, I also left the house to go buy something from the market.
While I was walking down the street, I saw him, but he wasn't alone. He was standing with a woman. My heart dropped at that moment. I stood far away and watched them. They were talking, but it didn't look romantic. There was no touching, no laughing, just a serious conversation. Still, the doubt stayed in my heart. I went back home before he did and acted like nothing happened. That night, when he came back, he was normal, just like always. But inside my mind, I had already made a decision. I told myself, I will be patient, but I will find the truth. More days passed until one evening, everything finally came out. That night he came home looking very stressed. He sat in front of me and said, "There is something I need to tell you." My heart started beating very fast. Then he said, "I know you may feel like something strange has been happening these days, but the truth is not what you think." Then he started explaining everything. The woman I saw him with wasn't his lover. She was a lawyer. My husband had been dealing with a serious problem at work, and he didn't want to worry me. A business partner had betrayed him, and he was trying to fix the situation before it destroyed everything he had worked for. When I heard that, I felt relief. But at the same time, I felt ashamed because doubt had entered my heart so quickly. That day, I learned a very important lesson. Doubt can destroy a relationship, but patience and understanding can save it. And that's the lesson I want everyone listening to this story today to remember. Life is not always clear, but the truth is often much simpler than the stories we create in our minds.